Hello everyone and welcome back to Season Watch. Today we're watching Psalm 100, Bucket List of the Dead, Episode 2. Now, kinda sucks that I end up having to watch so late the episode, and then there are people that are releasing on the day it launches and stuff because it's hard to avoid 100% of the spoilers. So I end up seeing that on this episode there will be a new girl showing up. I don't know what's her relevance. I don't know if she's gonna become like the female main character or it's just like a one episode kind of thing. Who knows? I just know that there's a girl, not zombie, that shows up this episode. Well, already letting you guys know. So what happened last time? We started with Akira Tendou starting a job in a new company. Like he's all dreamy and everything, like the job of his dreams and everything. But things change when they start to work overtime, and by that I mean staying overnight 2 days in a row. And he's realizing the mistake, how this company is very explorative and just working like overworking so much and everything for 3 whole years there. Like he doesn't even want to work anymore. Sometimes he doesn't even want to live anymore. However, one day he ends up seeing a zombie, and as he's running from it, he's seeing all these other zombies around, and he's just running for his life, worried about being late to work. But at some point he realized, like, hold on, the zombie outbreak. That means I don't have to work? And suddenly everything had a new shine to it. A black and white world now had color in it again. And he was just enjoying life now that he was free from the shackles. Seeing this new bright world ahead of him, he decided to go visit Otori, his crush at work. However, there, not only does he find his boss that he asked to resign from him, even though the boss is already a zombie, but he gets there too late. Otori is becoming a zombie. So he confesses his love to her and runs away. Sure, she can't really understand what he said, but he was able to put his words out to her, and that's what mattered to him. So, seeing that who knows how long he's gonna live, and he can enjoy life now that he doesn't have to work 72 hours a day, he decided to make a bucket list of things he wanted to do before he becomes a zombie. And that's where we stopped. So I'm curious to see what items are there in that bucket list and how that girl comes into play here. Anyway, a reminder that this is a time reaction, which means you sync up your own version with mine as we watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect too much. And with that being said, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, he's having some flashbacks. 100-degree fever. Oh, I guess that's in Fahrenheit, so not really sure how much that is in Celsius. Oh wow, hitting so, and then turning zombie. Yeah, the job's still causing him panic, as it's very traumatic. And he's back in his room. Crazy that he left his house, came back to it in the middle of a zombie outbreak. Look at just in his. Oh, the birds are okay. And then I want to see the world. It's so crazy that almost got that. A reminder: not watching the opening until the episode 4, so not in the first 3 episodes, unless you guys tell me it's safe to watch, which right now I doubt it since there's so much more to see, like other characters other than him, basically. But you can also let me know if maybe I should wait a little longer for the opening or stuff. The same goes for the ending, because I don't really know, and I did not look at the timer, so I have an idea, but not quite. So around like in a minute from now, I'll try to see if I can see the episode starting after the opening. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that he is living his life to the fullest right now because of a zombie outbreak, which is completely opposite than what you would imagine. Like a zombie outbreak would make you like hide and everything, like it would ruin society. And yet for him, it's what's giving him life because he was pretty much dead working at that company all that time. And he's able to do so much. Like he left his house, went to authorities' place with her being a zombie and the boss, came back, slept at home. Oh, look at that. Cleaning the house and everything. Like rugby. Clean house, clean mind. At least 3 years ago, I'll tell you that much. Drinking some beer. Yeah, I imagine if you're working overtime so much, you don't really have time for beer. I wouldn't really call it skipping work. Personally, I'm not a fan of beer, but like he still considers this skipping work and stuff. Didn't you resign? So it's not like you would even have work right now. Oh, the news is still working. But they're still reporting this, which is surprising. They're keeping to their job, you know? And no, no more. I'm surprised at, like people there were able to change it to the intermission there. Mean what? I meant, and no beer? Yeah, I don't think he had a day stock there, especially with that like mini fridge. So he's gonna go out and collect some beer in the middle of the zombie outbreak. Like, so, and the music just pumping up. Osaka. Is this another movie? Another zombie movie? Either is this another movie or are we gonna just see him? Yeah, I think we're gonna. There we go. Hello. I mean, doesn't matter. Right now, the only question is it a zombie? Oh, he was safe at his place. He's just going out to get some beer. Like, it's crazy. Like, oh yeah, there's a zombie over, but I have to go out to get some beer, you know? I feel like Kosaka and his girl are only gonna be for this episode and not gonna be characters we're gonna see much anymore. Like, oh, poor girl. And his trusty steed. Like, it's definitely a different take on a zombie outbreak. Yeah. Then go back to work. Oh, no. Got second without beer. Wow. He's that crazy for beer, huh? And the music just... An 11-11. That should be confused with a 7-Eleven. Oh? A camera... A camera on a bike. A controlled camera. Huh. Interesting. Oh. Is that the girl? Seems to be. I mean, you just met some survivors on the apartment next door. The Kosaka's early. Just doing stuff on her phone and being quiet. Not much of a talker, is she? Just finally talking. Right? And I guess the camera's from her bike? Oh, not even teaming up, just giving her contact info. What? Yeah, the truck was all prepared, huh? There we go. We finally get a good look at her. I don't know how the truck thing works. Like, is there people on the truck working with her or something? Because it certainly seemed like that was planned. Oh, his bike was run over. No, that is straight up zombie. So maybe she just saw in her camera and the bike camera, I guess. That's all it was. Yeah, I wonder that too. Yeah, you got no bike anymore. Hey, you're not gonna get toilet paper and stuff for the Kosakas. You got yourself. Yeah, bikes and scooter with keys. That's convenient. And now thinking bigger and bigger. That as a scooter is now a bike. Okay. Laurie Richardson. Convenient ramp there. Convenient. And now he's wheeling. Okay. And now he's climbing up the pipe again. Are they zombies now? Yeah. Considering that they were not having a hard time holding out the front door, it's not surprising that this happened. I'm surprised your house is safe. Like, how tight just locked your door? Like, and ironically, he's watching. Wait, was that live or was that just a zombie movie? Yeah, that's the same line he said at the end of last episode. What about his bucket list? You gotta evaluate the risks. Huh? Confess to girl I loved. Yeah, you did that with Fotori. Resign, I guess. Clean, clean your room, loaf around, ride a motorcycle. Praise that loaf around and drink beer all day is one of his bucket list. On his bucket list. Try out dreadlocks. I'm not so sure about that one. Wine and dine. He's just, I mean, he's thinking of stuff he wants to try. Ride in an RV, go stay at home. What? So Zom 100, I imagine he's gonna write 100 items in the list. Not right now, maybe not right now, but you know. Okay, we're backtracking here. And did you think up anything? Yeah, 31. So is the anime gonna be like go home and spend time? Oh, spend time with the parents. That's what it was showing. And the best bud. Meet the woman for your dreams. So is the anime really gonna be just about him doing the stuff in his bucket list in the middle of this zombie apocalypse? And weird that that's in the middle of the notebook. It's not in the first page. 100 things I want to do before becoming a zombie. Oh, oh, we're following her right now. Okay, yeah, just exercising. I'm surprised how much technology is still working. To be honest, Oh, that news report. Oh, is this in the past? Like before she met him? 10 kilometers in about an hour. Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Kilometer every 6 minutes.
バスの本社とも連絡を取れず、かなりクリティカルな状況ね。食料と水の確保。
Your food. And then her list is very much.
メンタルコントロール。
Yeah.
有酸素運動の継続。
See?
糖質制限の
Other
徹底。
things to do to avoid becoming a zombie. She's also make 100 things list. But her list is very much different from Tendou's. What is this? I can never tell if it's one of the movies or it's actually happening. Yeah, a movie. Yeah, slow and fast zombies. Yeah, she's like analyzing everything. Well,
春樹
well, Daniel just goes by the feel, you know?
今起きてるゾンビパンデミックには両方のタイプがいるのね。遭遇の際、どういうタイプか瞬時に判断できれば生存率は確実に上がる。
Suppose?
やっぱり
I mean, just
確かなローデータが必要だわ。
always expect the runner type. I think that's the safer option, and you don't need to be super analytical about it. But yeah, she's analyzing everything here. Energy gas, batteries, salad chicken, some dessert, some sweets. No, should set against that, huh? Very strict with it. Interesting that we're seeing this whole thing from her perspective now this day. How different it is.
害はなさそう。いや、ゾンビを引き連れてる可能性。やっぱり。まだ遠いけど、早く調達を終わらせるのが基地ね。
That's what she was doing on her phone back then.
この人、典型的な短絡的で刹那的快楽主義の思考の持ち主。
Yeah, I suppose.
生き延びてるのか。
Make good sense. Ah, she heard the horn. And then she saw the truck. Yeah, that camera connected to her phone is very handy. And that's where she was talking with him.
あとはこのまま引きつけられるだけ引きつけてタイミングを合わせれば。お姉さん、危ない。
Yeah, she's just so analytical and stuff that wasn't really expecting him to do that and had to butt in. But yeah, they are clearly two very different types of people. Like, she's very analytical and stuff while he's play by ear. Yeah, I suppose. She has a bunch of movies. So, what is she gonna do now?
この非常時にたかがビール一つで
Oh,
ここまで
you
来る
have no idea what he has been through this last 3 years. So, is yeah, looking from outside, it is crazy that minimize sugar intake. See, he's just enjoying life while she's
桜
like
餅くらい
avoiding all
我
risk and
慢し
stuff.
なくてもよかったかな
And yeah, she's starting to compare herself to him. Oh, no. Because while she's like taking the minimal risks and trying to stay fit and everything to be as efficient as possible, he is just taking the chance to enjoy a life that it was taken away from him from with this last 3 years. So from her perspective, yeah, he's crazy. Like, oh, he's so happy during a zombie apocalypse and doing so such silly stuff for so little, like taking such high risk for such a little reward. It's mind-boggling. Stat definitely for people like her that are so analytical. So it's kind of cool that we saw his day where he met her, and then we went back to the beginning where we saw her day from before and after she met him. And yeah, the encounter did change his life as he started to think more about the risks and everything and decided to make his bucket list. Um I do imagine we probably gonna see her in the future. I don't know how often she's gonna appear, but is it over? Yeah, it's over. And that's the episode. Once again, this did not go as I expected. But then again, what can you really expect in this show? So he got the notebook and wrote the title of his 100 things he wanted to do before he becomes a zombie, but he didn't write anything in it back then. Only now did he start writing stuff. And the first thing was something that he had already done, confessing to Otori. And then he wrote 32 other things into that list, which I imagine are going to be stuff that we're going to be seeing throughout the show, him trying to accomplish those things.
3年分の休暇遊んで遊んで遊びまくるって決めたんだ。やりたいことをやらずに生き延びるくらいならゾンビに食われた方がマシだ。
But yeah, like I was saying, his perspective on this zombie apocalypse, this zombie outbreak, it's so completely different from any normal person because of his past experience in that company. Like, he was feeling dead back then, and now, sure, there's zombies everywhere, but because he doesn't have to work, that freed so much of his life that the freedom itself, it's so gratifying that it overcomes the badness of the zombie situation, you know? Which is crazy to think about, but yeah, in his case.
仕事の激務や責務からの解放感。これを幸せと呼ばずして何と呼ぶのだろう。
So the first thing he decides to do is spend the whole day at home just drinking beer. Oh, I'll say that much. I never expect that would ever go through somebody's mind during a zombie outbreak. And that's definitely not something I would want to do. But then again, like I said, I don't like beer, so that plays a big factor into that, you know. But seeing that he was out of beer, he decided to go out to get some beer in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. Like, yeah, I just need to be careful, watch out here and there, and then I can just collect some beer and get home to enjoy the rest of my day. Which is kind of crazy. Meanwhile, his neighbors are having a panic attack with the zombies at the door and seeing like, oh, there's a person just willingly going out right now.
諦めちゃダメだ。とにかく今は一日でも長く。
こんな状況でどう生き延びろっていうのよ。
誰か助け。
これからちょっと出かける予定が。
Of course, they weren't able to survive like him, which is kind of ironic that they stayed inside and died while he went out into the middle of the zombie infestation, and he's still alive.
そうだ、これからコンビニ行くんで、よかったら何かいりそうなもの買ってきましょうか。カップ麺とか懐中電灯とか。高坂さん、ただいま買いました。しこたまビールあるので、よかったら一緒に晩酌でも。
Maybe it has something to do with luck. Also, his positiveness is really helping him. His rugby muscle strength, maybe. But well, he doesn't have his trusty steed anymore, the bike, because it got run over by the truck. However, he made himself an upgrade by getting a scooter and then realizing, hold on, I got this. Maybe there's something even better out there. And he got himself a bike, a motorcycle. I don't know. The problem with with this instead of the bike is that it runs on fuel, not on physical energy. Not on, kinetic energy. So he's got to watch out when he runs out of gas, because you're gonna go to a gas station to fill it up in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, gotta be careful with that.
俺のじゃねえ。何がシャリが進化したぜ。待て、もしやこれはまだ進化の途中。
But yeah, we finally met other people that are still alive in the zombie apocalypse. Not only the Kotarus that, well, by the end of the episode weren't there anymore, but this girl, which we don't know her name. And that really surprised him. He tried to pick up a conversation, but she decided to discard it. Doesn't even want his contact info, because working together will make it even riskier if she adds him with her, considering how loose and not thinking that he is, taking so much risk for so little just to get some beer. Like, I feel like that's a bit much. He's not asking to team up, really. He's just asking for your contact info. Or are you saying that because you have his contact info, you're gonna feel guilty and stuff if he ends up dying, so you inevitably gonna look out for him?
とにかくありったけのピール選曲こんな状況でせっかく知り合ったわけですし、よかったら連絡先の交換でも。
リスクヘッジもまともにできない人とアライアンスを組むメリットは見込めない。連絡先の交換はお断りさせていただくわ。
Well, either way, we're seeing a completely different type of person, where he's just being willy-nilly, just doing what he wants with the freedom that now he doesn't have to work anymore. She is taking measures to do everything possible to be efficient and survive, taking up just the necessary items for survival, having the camera look around and everything. She was analyzing the streets before before leaving, seeing what parts of the city were safer. Like, she takes in a lot of details. Some of it, I feel like it's exaggerated, like unnecessary. While some of it, yeah, makes sense. If you want to survive, gotta increase your chances, which is what she's trying to do.
ゾンビが歩くタイプと走るタイプの作品があるのね。今起きてるゾンビパンデミックには両方のタイプがいるのね。遭遇の際、どういうタイプか瞬時に判断できれば生存率は確実に上がる。この周辺で比較的リスクの少ないエリアは水確保、食料、電気、ガス確保、データも取れた。
However, this encounter makes them both think a little more about the way of life of the other person. She complained to him about how much risk he's taking for just beer, and he started thinking about it like, huh, yeah, I guess so. And he ended up making his list of things he want to do, so I guess he's gonna be careful when doing those things, or like just gonna take risk for those things. Not really sure how he's gonna take this.
リスクヘッジもまともにできない人とアライアンスを組むメリットは見込めない。
なるほど。リスクヘッジか。リスクヘッジなんて気にしてる暇はないんだな。
Meanwhile, she's thinking like, huh, in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, he was so happy. How's that possible? Just for beer? And then thinking about that dessert that she thought of taking but didn't take in the end because she wanted to be efficient, and thought, oh, maybe I could have splurged a little bit, you know?
この非常時にたかがビール一つであそこまで喜べる人がいるとは。桜餅くらい我慢しなくてもよかったかな。
So, nice to see some progress there. We got to see another person being alive and staying alive by the end of the episode. And seeing how they quickly affect each other, though they aren't working together anymore. Well, not anymore, because were they ever working together? At most, she pulled him away and told him about his lack of awareness. Like, protect him from the truck and everything. It told him about his lack of awareness. So, yeah, I imagine we're gonna see her in the future at some point, but they aren't really working together, so don't really expect to see her next episode, for example. And curious to see where that takes Tendou. Like, now that he's more conscious about the risks, he made a list of 32 other items from his bucket list. Like, what is he gonna be working on next episode? Well, we just have to wait and see. And hopefully I'll avoid spoilers as much as possible till then. So with that being said, see you next time. Bye!